Let me introduce y'all to this YouTube family, showing us the way to get out of debt gradually. My man Josh, he's the king of the household. Wife Christine putting debt in a chokehold. And the kids, they are Grace and Zoe, all four together living life so holy. That Kickin Sunday, daily vlogging. Dave Ramsey plan gonna have us live large, and every day we'll see part of their lifestyle. How they budget and they keep things wrote down. See them work through the envelope system. Credit card goes and the money goes with them. You will see how the family strives, cutting debt like a life and still have a life, Daily vlog show us how to have fun. When you hear this song, let me hear you say debt is done. Debt is done, debt is done, debt is done. Let me hear you say it louder. Debt is done, debt is done, debt is done. Let me hear you say it with me. Debt is done, debt is done.
From Soggy Central.
It is not.
Almost Soggy Central.
Why is it always weather related?
Why not?
You could just say like, hello on this fine, fine day.
Fine fallish, fall-smelling day.
How are you guys? I hope you're well. So, Debt Kicking Sunday, here we go. We've got a lot. Actually, we enjoy talking about certain topics. Last time I talked about Christmas. This time we're talking about
Sinking funds. What
Sinking
Dave
funds.
Ramsey would call sinking funds.
Dave's version of sinking funds that aren't bond or investment related. Because if you look up on Wikipedia, it has this bond investment definition, but I looked it up on Bing, and it is a fund reserved to pay debt. A fund created by setting aside regular sums for investment, usually in bonds, not in this case, in order to repay a debt that will fall due at a future date. So it's a way, guys, to save your money. A tool that we use all the time. And if you've gone through Financial Peace, you are familiar with this term. But basically, what do we use ours for?
Big purchases, big stuff that we know is coming. Like our car is about, well, mileage-wise it's there, but we're ready for the $1,000 tune-up. But we've been putting money aside, and I think probably next month we're going to have that money sitting there that we've just been putting aside to where we're just going to go have it done, and it's not going to hurt us because we planned ahead for it. Mm-hmm. Or set of tires for the car, or
license and registration for your car. Autos, I guess, are a big one that we sink fund for because they're usually the biggest gotcha for us.
Basically, it's anything you don't want to use your emergency fund because it's not necessarily emergency. Like we have an envelope that we do for I just write sick on it, and so spring, summer, and fall we save up for it because in the wintertime the kids get sick, we get sick, so there's tons of medicine that has to be bought. There's tons of doctor's appointments.
We just go through tons. Yeah. We keep the cold medicine business
alive.
going.
So that's one thing, instead of just having to keep throwing out $10, $20, $30 so we get medicine every couple of days or a week or whatever, we have a sick sinking envelope that gets filled.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Maybe you want to sinking fund a vacation. And you know, if your vacation is in July, that's 9 months away, so you have 9 months. You just decide we want $1,000, or just say $900 to make it easier. We want $900 for this vacation, so that would require $100 you set aside each month. And then when it comes time for vacation, you've got the money there. Plus, you can take your blow money and your entertainment money, your envelopes, and you can set that towards your vacation as an extra, just fun money to have.
Yeah.
So that's another idea. Christmas is a wonderful idea for sinking fund.
Sinking fund, absolutely.
We have 2 months, and if it's too late for, it's never too late, ever. But for next year, you have 14 months. So maybe you can think about how much you would like to spend, and then set aside, $75 a month, $50 a month, whatever it is. And then by the time Christmas comes around, it's not a gotcha. You've got money for it.
Sinking fund for a yard, because your yard, around here we only have nice yards and stuff for about 3 months. So the rest of the year I put money in a sinking fund for fertilizer, new plants, new shrubs, vegetables for the garden, all the stuff that we would use out in the yard.
It saves us so much stress. I don't know how we lived before having sinking funds, or just that concept of saving and planning ahead so that when that comes, you're not stressed out and worried. Really, I don't know. We do it for kids' sports.
Yeah.
We do. Every excuse. We're getting better. It takes a while. It takes a while to get this down because it's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been trained to, I want it now, I'm going to go get it. So
basically, just on our budget, we pay all of our bills, and at the bottom there's a little area for like all of our little sinking funds where we're not putting $100 a check or anything like that. It may just be $5 or $10. Usually it's $5 or $10 because you're doing it twice a month, and throughout the year, $10, that's $240 a year. You can go do a lot of things for $240 a year. That's a lot of fertilizer for the yard, or
right.
So it doesn't have to be a huge amount of money as long as you're doing it on a regular basis.
It doesn't, and we're talking about like things that would not be normally in your monthly budget. So don't get that confused.
Yeah.
Like these are costs that will be like when you sit down and you do your monthly budget, which it's towards the end of October, so you should be doing your November budgets. Like if you have, I don't know, Thanksgiving dinner, for example, next month, that would be part of your budget. That's not something you would sinking fund. Sinking funds are for items that are outside of your monthly budget.
That takes months and months to save for.
Yeah.
Not something that you would do every month,
right,
or whatever.
Because if it's part of your monthly budget, you just write it in a line item and you include it in your budget. But, so that's the difference. Don't get
like the car, that's a good one. It's $1,000 or $900 and some dollars. You're not just going to put that in your budget for 1 month. That's something you're going to take 6 months or a year to save for.
Yes, and we have this down because we've learned the hard way.
Yeah, we've had to use emergency fund for stuff like that, and we don't like paying the emergency fund back, so we just decided to divide it up.
Really, when you do it that way, you don't miss the money.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just a little amount every month, and it's just, you don't even really notice it.
Yeah, so leave comments down below of what you guys plan on sinking fund, and hopefully this makes sense, and it's a term that you'll use around your house. And even if it's a $10 item that is coming up 3 months, 4 months down the road, you can sinking fund that. It doesn't have to be huge. So
you can make it anything you want. Like I said, if it's not in your monthly budget, but you know what's coming,
that's right.
You can do it. It all depends on your income too. If you make $15,000 a year, $1,000 car fix might take you a year and a half to save.
Right.
So it all depends on income.
Here's an idea. Okay. Here's an idea. So if you are like, I want this new shiny car because that's the season. The car ads on TV, that's just what they do right now. They try to get you, I deserve a brand new car. I'm going to go buy it for myself.
So you can have a 5-year sinking fund.
So you get a sinking fund, just say for a year, okay? What's your car payment mentally in your mind that you've justified? It's like $350. What is the average car payment? $350, $400?
$470 is average car payment.
$407. Okay. Just say $350 because you're moderately choosing a more inexpensive car. Okay, so you set aside $350 for a year, right? And you drive whatever it is you have. What is that? 30.
I just do 400, so it's 4,800. If you do 400, it's 4,800 for the year.
$400 a month for 12 months is $4,800 a year. That buys a pretty decent, nice used vehicle. Okay.
Or you'll go, wow, I've got almost $5,000 cash, and the car I've got still working. There's not really a whole lot wrong with it. I'd rather keep the $5,000 in cash.
It hurts. It's painful to shell over that much money. But anyway, regardless, you can use sinking funds for cars. And we're just saying, maybe think about before having to have that shiny brand new, because there are brand new cars all over around us and it's driving us crazy. Just save your money. What you would spend in a car payment. Guys, there's nothing better than not having a car payment. Seriously, because car payments rob you of being able to go through these baby steps and gain traction and win at this. If you're stuck in car payments or whatever payments, ATV, trailer payments, you can't do anything. You're stuck. So
And the hybrids, I see the hybrids they're just like all over on TV trying to nail you. Oh, you need it for good gas mileage. Gas prices are going up, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? My 15-year-old car gets 30 miles a gallon. It doesn't cost me anything extra. I don't need to go spend $40,000 to get 40 miles a gallon. I don't see. I don't.
That sets him off.
Yeah, the hybrids.
Someone that, if you want to get him, you can tell him that you just bought a brand new hybrid to get 40 miles a gallon.
Yeah, because my 15-year-old paid for piece of junk car basically gets 30 miles a gallon, 30 to 33. I just don't see the need for.
It is so true, and guys, this is our debt kicking Sunday, so these are
free advice.
It's free advice. These are purely our opinions. But we just want you to think about it. Like, don't, Dave's motto is, children want.
Children need it now, adults devise a plan to get it.
And children want it now, and adults devise a plan.
That's what I just
follow
said.
it.
Yeah.
More or less.
You smell terrific.
Thanks. I am going to church this morning solo because my little family is exhausted because he has run us through the ringer this week.
That's what we do.
I'm coming off a women's retreat. This is why we didn't have Debt Kicking Sunday last weekend, because I was out of town. And having fun with a bunch of girls.
To my defense, I did like 30 seconds of video, though, last weekend.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, there you go.
But we made these cool bracelets. We studied the Holy of Holies, the Tabernacle, and how awesome that was. And then we got prayer shawls. So I was off having a much needed sleepless weekend, and he was.
I was herding the chipmunks.
And and then we've spent this week getting our financial peace room painted.
Yeah, new class starting.
It's been so much fun. We have 25 people, you guys. So say a prayer for us, because apparently God thinks we can handle 25 people. Of course, we can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll show you the room. We've been too exhausted to videotape in between, but we just have a lot of work that we've needed to get done. So we'll show it to you when it's all finished. We have exciting things, and some of them involve you guys that we've met through YouTube. So lots of happy, sleep-deprived moments going on in our house.
Happy.
But, so I will try to get the vlogs going back up again, maybe 2-3 a week, and then Debt Kicking Sunday every Sunday. So anyway, hope you guys are well. If you've got any financial questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and then we'll just pick a couple to go along, because I like these topics. I like being able to talk about these things. For example, Christmas budgeting and sinking funds, because sometimes we refer to them and you guys don't know, maybe you haven't been through FPU and you don't know where we're coming from. So it's important for us to make these videos that further explains stuff. So anyway, hope you guys are well. Have a great week.
Later.
It's too early. Needs breakfast. Let's go get you some breakfast.
Okay.
At home.
At home.
We're not going out for breakfast.
Cheerios.
Cheerio.